We need a plan for economy and security that puts Canada first. But despite the fact the Prime Minister has known for years that Trump was threatening these tariffs, and for 3 weeks that President Trump had won the election, the only plan he has is a Zoom call. No plan to reverse his disastrous liberalization of drugs that have killed people and now threaten our borders. No plan to fix the broken borders that he caused. No plan to cancel the tax increases that will drive billions and many jobs away. Where's the plan to put Canada first?
Instead of panicking and falling back on slogans like the Leader of the Opposition, we rolled up our sleeves and we're getting to work. We're working with all the premiers, pulling together in a Team Canada approach, because that's how we defend Canadian jobs from coast to coast to coast. I spoke with Donald Trump yesterday evening, talked about how important it was for us to work together to solve some of the challenges we're facing as a continent, as countries, but also work to grow our economy, protect our workers on both sides of the border. This is the responsible, methodical approach we're taking as we move forward, while our opponent falls back on slogans and fear.
He spoke with
I just got hip. And if you don't know what the word hip means, that just means I just now started tuning in to what's going on in Canada. Okay? Their politics apparently is just as prime time, just as pay-per-view as the United States is. And what I'm hearing is that there is a guy over there that is very conservative. He's running against the actual prime minister right now, who we just saw talking about. He just had a conversation with Trump. He's more liberal. He's more of the Democratic side. But we have two head honchos here going at it. And from what I'm hearing, the guy that is on the more conservative side is actually using Trump's tactics. He's kind of stealing from his playbook. He's talking about the economy. He's talking about the border. He's talking about how they can bring more jobs into Canada. Kind of the same playbook. I don't know if it's as strong, but it's bringing attention to the Canadian people. Let's continue, man.
With the incoming president, and moments later, Mr. Trump put out a tweet slapping a 25% tariff on Canada. So that worked about as well as the Prime Minister's efforts on Buy America and softwood lumber, which continue to be penalized, even though the previous Conservative government got both of those things lifted. Now move over to drugs. The Prime Minister's disastrous legalization and liberalization of drugs has the Americans worried, in addition to costing 47,000 deaths in Canada. Where's the plan to stop the drugs and keep our border open to trade?
Once again, the Leader of the Opposition is just making stuff up. I clearly spoke with the President of the United States an hour and a half after he put out his suggestion on tariffs. The reality is we're going to continue to work constructively with the incoming administration to protect Canadian jobs, to protect Canadian growth, to take the responsible approach that isn't steeped in partisanship, that pulls together the Team Canada approach that stands up for Canadians instead of throwing our arms up and saying all is broken like the Leader of the Opposition.
Well, that's even worse. The statement went out promising tariffs before they even got a chance to speak. It's kind of like him backing down on Buy America and backing down on softwood lumber, Mr. Speaker. Now let's move to the tariffs the Prime Minister wants to impose on our economy. Quadrupling the carbon tax to 61 cents a litre would cripple our economy. New tax increases on work and energy would do likewise, sending hundreds of billions of dollars south of the border. Now that Canadians are facing this economic crisis, will he at least cancel his plan to hike taxes so we can save jobs?
See, once again, the Leader of the Opposition flailing and inventing stuff to try and fit his preferred attacks into his priorities. The reality is we're going to continue to work constructively with the incoming administration to do what Canada and the U.S. have always done, create prosperity together, protect jobs on both sides of the border as we grow the economy. When it comes to drugs, Mr. Speaker, we've taken serious steps on that and will continue to. If the Leader of the Opposition is suggesting he wants wants to recriminalize marijuana, let him just say that.
Donald Trump's threats of tariffs could threaten hundreds of thousands of Canadian mortgage-paying jobs. The only thing a bully responds to is strength. So where is our plan to fight back? Where is the war room? Where is a concrete plan to bring our issue before CUSMA? Why isn't the Prime Minister fighting like hell for Canadian jobs?
Rather than panicking, we're engaging in constructive ways to protect Canadian jobs like we have before. I don't think the idea of going to war with the United States is what anyone wants. What we will do is stand up for Canadian jobs, as we have before, as we will continue to. Stand up for the prosperity we create when we work together. Stand up for the challenges that we're facing, that we're protecting Canadians from. There is work we can do together. That is the work we will do, seriously, methodically, but without freaking out the way the leader of the NDP seems to be.
I like that, man. I like that a lot. These two are very, very different style of approach for their politics, but at the same time, it's not as dramatic, I may say. These two are more well-versed. I think they're more well-suited for the positions that they're looking to be in. Honestly, like, you can see the confidence coming from both of them. Both of them are not like stuttering over their words. They're not saying a lot of ums and maybes and I thinks. They're saying what they are doing confidently. They're not stuttering. They're confidently speaking. And obviously, they both have differences of opinions, but they're getting their points across very clearly. And one thing that I like about the United States politics is it's not really a whole crowd behind the speakers when they're doing their debates or their discussions, because it could kind of throw a lot of people off sometimes. You know, I guess it's good to have both sides, have people that, have discussions with crowds and have discussions without the crowds. This year, the United States did it without the crowds. And I think that was a phenomenal way to do it because it made us actually listen to these two people that are going up against each other, what their actual plans are, and without any interference, can they get their message across? And obviously that played out better in Trump's favor. So I would like to know what the people are thinking in Canada. I would really like to know. So if you guys are from Canada, if you guys tuned in and y'all are dealing with this politics, this political situation here in Canada, I'd really like to know y'all thoughts on Justin, and I'd really like to know y'all thoughts on, I can't remember the other guy's name at the moment. I'll tell you right now. Pierre. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts on him. I heard Pierre is more conservative and Justin is more liberal, if you want to put it that way in United States terms. And Justin is the Prime Minister of Canada as we speak right now. Is he doing a phenomenal job? Is he not? Are they trying to replace him with Pierre, or are they really rocking with Justin in Canada? Please let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all viewership. Y'all already know, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button on y'all way out. And until next time, man. Peace.